God, you guys. Oh my God. You don't even know. We're gonna go ahead and roast some garlic in the air fryer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this heated up, and we've got some nice garlic here. So we'll cut the tops off. Just enough to kind of expose the garlic. You don't want to cut it up because when it roasts, it's going to get really soft and squishy. So you can either just squeeze the whole thing out, or you'll have to pick the garlic cloves out one at a time if you want them to remain intact, depending on what you plan on doing with them. Ooh. So you have to be careful not to cut too much, or your whole thing can just kind of fall apart on you, and that you don't want that. Right, now that we've got our garlic blossoms there, I'm going to take some tin foil, just like this. Oh, and then I'm going to take olive oil. And then this is some oregano oil that I made myself. I took dried oregano, put it in a jar, and then I put olive oil over it, and then I let it sit for like 6 weeks. The more flavor you can infuse, the better. We're just gonna wrap it up, kind of like that in a little flour. Well, I bought this at 400, that's what we're gonna roast at. And I'm gonna put this right inside, careful it's hot. And then we're just gonna pop that right in there for about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and check on it to see if it's dark enough. So our roasted garlic that we did in the air fryer has cooled off. Now we can pick out, there's a couple ways you can do this. We can either see how it's kind of already coming out. So we can gently pull that out, because I don't want it to be squished, because you could just squeeze it and squish it out, but that is not what I want to do. All right, so I switched to the edge of a sharp knife just because it's breaking my toothpick, but I'm trying to just keep my garlic pieces together, just squishing them out. It smells amazing. There we go. We've got all the garlic in the jar, all that roasted garlic. My hands are oily and fragrant, and I'm not even mad about it. All right, now that the garlic is in there, I'm gonna go ahead and pour some olive oil in it. Like I did earlier, this is my homemade oil of oregano, or oregano oil. And I made it with fresh oregano herbs and olive oil, let it sit for about 6 weeks, and then put it into these little bottles. So you can use this for homeopathic reasons, or you can cook with it. So look at that. Look, isn't it gorgeous? We're gonna go ahead and do our vacuum seal on it. You can go ahead and put this in your freezer for 6 months, or it will last in the fridge for about 2 weeks. If you do open the seal, you're gonna have to use it within 3 days, which I'm not worried about because I'm gonna be baking bread with these big chunks of garlic very soon. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, just wipe the top off so there's not a lot of oil on it. We'll go ahead and put our lid on. And then we will get our machine for the smaller lids. You use the bottom piece. For a wide mouth jar, you would take this piece off and use this piece for the big lid. Wide mouth, small mouth. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one back on because we're using a small mouth. Right over the top. I like to pick it up and kind of look to make sure that the seal is all nice around it. It's not missing, the lip isn't pulled up. Then you simply push the button one time and we wait. Done. It worked. It sounded like it was struggling, but it wasn't. It worked. You can shake it and the lid stays on. There we go. This is the roasted garlic with the olive oil and the homemade oregano oil. This one will last in the fridge for 2 weeks unless I open it, and then I'll have to use it within 3 days, which, like I said, is perfectly great because I'm making sourdough bread with it.